This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Right here, right here.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, watch the slant.
He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 71 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard
50
line.
seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
Zebra.
Quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line.
Throwing on second down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
57 to Mike.
14.
Echo. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Man out.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Now, Charles, you gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On second down, Lynch. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10.
First down at the 42-yard line.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Jim.
Now Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He'll find Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 37 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run with Howard, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 35 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Sponge, sponge, sponge. Alert.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Kill. Run up. Gun. 50 seconds to mine. Hey.
They'll run for it with Lynch. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. 2nd and goal. At the Eagles' 2-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Lynch. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal.
Go. Banjo.
Wilson on the keeper. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Hey, check Mike 57. Yeah. You don't want none. Alert 3. Check the backer.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Myers' kick is good. And they'll cut now at 14-10. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the save. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This pass complete. Wins to Ertz.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in this first half of action. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Wentz now on first down, eluding the pressure right. And Sanders has got it complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. It's a second down run with Sanders. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. And it'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, D-line, let's get it, man. Let's get it now. Check 3.
At the 24-yard line.
57's a mark.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57. We want it.
A run here with Lynch. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Lynch. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
It's second and 8 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35 on second down. Wilson, it's caught. Block it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On third down, they go Lynch. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the screen. Hey, check Mike 57.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And to the 50 to the midfield stripe. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Sliding out of the pocket. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 57.
They go play action now. Wilson being chased out left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. Past the 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Throwing on first is Wentz. Flush to his right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. To throw is Wentz.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Wentz will try again on second down. Flushed out right. Incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
61, match box, white, man 5-7. Hey, team 6, team 6.
Now Wentz on third down. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Room here to run. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Howard taking it in. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. And the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you. But for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go with Lynch right side. Jalen Mills in on the stop.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Mike 57. Man, I got you. Mike's 57.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. John Ursua. Yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard, 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Get 2 here, stopped at the 30. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job. And then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go. Be alert.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Wilson on third down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Listen. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Time to go. Night. 57.
Now Wilson on first down. Left side complete to Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Mike's 47. It's our field.
From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Get off the field, defense.
Check. Be alert. Check. 53's Mike. I'm coming. Check.
Wilson now to throw again. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Check 13. Deuce.
They'll run with Lynch, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And say what you want about CenturyLink Field up in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.